Weatherland. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it's all going to be about tropical moisture. Pretty good rain chances once again tomorrow. Some locally heavy downpours. The tropics very busy for this peak of hurricane season. Maybe this is going to be the 2 to 3 week period, and that's it that we have to worry about. But there are a couple of storms on the horizon that we'll have to keep a close eye on. Nothing pending, though, right now across Louisiana, other than that deep tropical moisture across the area that still lingers. We are seeing showers and some rumbles of thunder along the coast. They're going to be pretty happy down there much of the night, but some of those showers may slip inland. So this deep tropical moisture, when you have the showers at night, you know you got a lot of heavy moisture in the atmosphere, and the air is quite heavy indeed, and it is producing some light rain showers for Orchid Island down through the Pecan Island area, and then off to the east we're seeing some shower activity poking into extreme southeastern St. Mary Parish, but mostly in the marsh. But some rain chances overnight tonight. We'll keep it at about 30%. The deep tropical moisture continues from all the way from the Florida Panhandle through Louisiana and Texas. Not a whole lot going on right now, but once again with daytime heating tomorrow, showers and storms will fire on up, and keep that umbrella handy. Some locally heavy downpours. Meanwhile, on the tropics, okay, we'll start with what's pending in the Gulf of Mexico, and this is bursting out nicely. There's an upper level low here, but there is a weak surface low trying to develop east of the Yucatan. There's a 60% chance it's going to develop in the Gulf of Mexico due to its proximity to the Yucatan. We don't think we're going to see any updates in the near term, but tomorrow we might see this upgraded to a potential tropical cyclone. Could become a tropical depression, perhaps weak tropical storm. What we think the main thrust is going to be toward Texas. We'll talk more about that in just a bit. Meanwhile, we got one tropical storm now, two hurricanes. Helene, still a powerful Category 2 storm, but that's going to be a nothing burger for nobody in the Atlantic. Meanwhile, as we get into the Atlantic, of course, Florence on the map, and Tropical Storm Isaac. So we're not going to care too much about this particular system, but Isaac we will. And then we have Florence, which is a powerful hurricane, still getting organized. It really looked like it was going to get going earlier today, then it kind of calmed down a little bit. Now it looks like it's getting ready to generate on back up, and this is a powerful Category 4 storm, 140-mile-per-hour winds. That makes it Category 4. Could get close to Category 5 status come tomorrow into Wednesday. 155-mile-an-hour winds is 1 mile an hour shy of Cat 5, and it looks to be a powerful hurricane making landfall Carolina coastline sometime late Thursday, and we're thinking North Carolina for right now. In fact, we showed you the wind product earlier this evening, and if you notice the actual numbers, Wilmington was coming in with about 31%, now down to 19%, so the track and the highest winds have been nudged a little bit farther to the north, so Myrtle Beach looking better, but looking worse, Cape Lookout and much of North Carolina down the road. Then we have Tropical Storm Isaac. Isaac is throwing fits with the National Hurricane Center, folks. We do think it's going to continue to move westward, could become a Category 1 hurricane once again, but roll through the eastern and central Caribbean as a tropical storm. Thereafter, a lot of the storm tracks were to the north, but new tonight, a lot of storm tracks beyond the 5-day outlook going to the west. So that could be of interest to the Gulf of Mexico a week down the road. So we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, also in Hawaii, Tropical Storm Olivia is going to be going through the Hawaiian Islands come late tomorrow night into early Wednesday. So tropics just about everywhere in the Western Hemisphere. So as we look at our European model here, some development of low pressure, but notice where all the moisture goes. This is a Euro model. It's not set in stone, but this is what we think may happen. That heads toward Texas. Some rain chances locally, but not tied to that tropical system or potential tropical system, and then a mess with heavy rainfall continuing along portions of the East Coast. So here's the rainfall analysis based on the next 7 days. Heaviest rains down by Texas, and torrential rains, major flooding likely for portions of North Carolina into Virginia after Florence makes landfall. Locally for us, here's tomorrow morning, scattered showers. They become more numerous around lunchtime, and then they spread inland tomorrow afternoon. Then things quiet down tomorrow evening, and going into Wednesday, I've maintained lowering the rain chances, but maybe about a 40% chance of storms, 50% for your Wednesday. As for rainfall, typical stuff. Some folks just getting enough rain to wet the ground, others catching 2 to 3 inches, some locally heavy downpours and cloud to ground lightning, but we're not expecting any severe weather. In the near term, term offshore, got to keep an eye on that system out in the Gulf of Mexico. Winds are going to be coming up just a little bit. That means seas coming up as well down the line. So overnight tonight, 73 your low, rain chance 30%, 70% tomorrow. So keep that umbrella handy. Locally heavy downpours with lightning included, and that's typical summer for Acadiana. Rain chances going down gradually toward the end of the week. For right now, we'll play it like a typical late summer pattern. Unfortunately, no cool fronts on the horizon, but fortunately, no tropical systems burgeoning for Louisiana, at least at this time, but that could change in a week or two.
Could, yeah.
And then maybe a front or two, but that's about 2 to 3 weeks away yet.
Okay, we'll keep looking forward to it. Thanks, Rob.
Still ahead.